I got the sword of the spirit, man, listen what I done told ya. I gotta do this work, why? Cause I'm a soldier. I got the sword of the spirit, man, listen what I done told ya. I gotta do this work, why? Cause I'm a soldier. I got the sword of the spirit, man, listen what I done told ya. I gotta do this work, why? Cause I'm a soldier. I got the sword of the spirit, man, listen what I done told ya. I gotta do this work, why? Cause I'm a soldier. No man a world entangled with self-defense of this life. He only entanglement I'm worried about with the price. So sorry I come under strict orders to let off this light. So let God be true and every man that you do.
But that's what you're reading out of.
None of you is doing what the Lord told you to do. So when you go to your grave, tell the Lord what you believe and see if he cares. Because we all got the same God. So all this philosophy and what I believe and what the thought process is, you can believe what you want to believe, but this book has lasted over 2,000 years for a reason. Can I speak? Can I speak? Can I speak? This book has existed this long for a reason, so the Israelites can get out of all this crap and come back to their God and get their real knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And you know what the real knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is, sis? To love your neighbor as yourself, to love your God. And you saying that's what you agree with, but where did it come from?
What do you mean, where did it come from?
Do you agree with me?
Because I figured all this out and I didn't have to pick up that book.
All right, hold up. You figured all of that out, right? Did you figure, now check this out. Did you figure out that you need to do the new moon?
Do the what?
New moon.
Did
you figure out that you got high holy days that you have to do? The Feast of Tabernacle coming up. The Day of Atonement is coming up.
You talking about new moon, full moons?
I'm talking about the new moon.
What is it?
I know the new moon is.
We're supposed to celebrate the new moon every month.
I do.
That's
for like.
I do rituals every month for every.
Not a ritual.
Well, do you know what a ritual is?
Yes, I know about witches.
It's not negative. It's not a witch thing. A ritual is literally just a ceremony.
Do you know about the Day of Atonement?
I don't know that definition of
that word. That's when you have, now listen, she thinks she's so spiritual. Let me tell you how spiritual it really is. That's when if you got any problem with any of your people, on this day, you're supposed to fast for 24 hours and let that thing go. So by the time you get to that next day, you shouldn't have any guile, any hatred, any grudge against your people. We're commanded to do that. If you're not commanded to do it, you're not going to do it. That's why people hate each other. That's why we murder each other in the street. God commanded us to forgive one another.
But I practice that day.
You practice that. But what about your nation of people? It's a nation thing, sis. This ain't just about me.
I have a nationwide business.
It's not even like that. Like he's just,
we're speaking about
really on the same, like we on the same frequency. We come from different paths.
I'm just straightening it up. Yeah. I'm just straightening it up because what she don't understand, we're doing this in Babylon, but if we were in our own land, you would have a complete understanding of what's going on because everything will be in order. Right now it's hard for you because a lot of our people have been in these different philosophies. A lot of us have been in these different philosophies. So when this truth is coming out, they like, nah, I'm a god. The woman is God. I'm a Mason. That's because we ain't in our own land. We are a nation of people that's not in our own land. So that's why it's a uphill battle to try to get people to understand their real culture. So this is your real culture, sis.
Is there any communities that like you feel like it's like everybody just locked in, like on the same page?
Yes. We are everywhere, bro. We can go to Atlanta, we can go to Tulsa, we can go to Michigan, we can go to California, New York, we can go to France, Ghana, we all over the world. Bro, this is the truth. This is the truth. Just like in the days of Noah, when Noah was building that ark and he telling people it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain, and they was eating and drinking and being merry. It had never rained on the earth before. They didn't believe him. This is just like that. We telling y'all it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. This is what we need to do. Everybody eating, drinking, and being merry. They don't believe us. Everybody want to be divine this and spiritual that. But the spirit comes from the Bible. What's that? Give me the spirit.
Chapter 6 and 6.
Give me the spirit. I asked for that 30
The
minutes
book of
ago.
John, chapter 6 and verse 63.
Read.
It is the spirit that quickeneth.
Uh-huh.
The flesh profiteth nothing.
Uh-huh.
The words that I speak unto
The
you.
what?
The words that I speak unto you.
They are what?
They are spirit and they are life.
The words that he speaks, because this is where the Holy Spirit comes from. Christ said, when I leave you, I'm going to leave the Holy Spirit for you to bring you into remembrance of all things. Sis, no disrespect. I'm not going against you and what you do. This is a blanket statement of all of us. The things that we do in this world, such as Freemasonry and the spiritual stuff and the different things in Christianity, that's not going to teach us who we are so that we can know what we're supposed to be doing. It's not. Does that teach you that you're an Israelite? What you do?
Actually, my spiritual journey has taught me everything about myself. I grew up adopted, didn't know my culture, didn't know anything, and now, or Native American and Creole.
It's not that. Native American comes from the white man.
Okay, but I'm on my journey. I'm not where you are. I'm on my journey, and I started from nothing, not even knowing my parents.
I've been on a journey
through me.
But I'm telling you,
going within.
I understand that, and I appreciate you being on your journey because that's how you get to where you need to be. But I'm letting you know that's not going to get you to where you completely need to be.
The location.
Know what I'm saying? Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
But I'm saying you can go within.
But within the what?
You
don't have nothing in there.
Spirit.
You don't. We just told you how you gonna get the
So
spirit.
you were telling you that you are literally, it's actually a literal thing called spiritual energy
We
that
just
lives inside of
literally
you.
read out the Bible how you make your spirit come to life.
Word.
The law, that and the law, the words is the laws and the commandments. You have to do them. You just ain't, oh, everybody got a spirit, but is it the spirit of God?
Okay, of course, our bodies are dead. You need time. Let your spirit speak and to find your soul, because we are in these physical dense
But
bodies.
what is your destination while you're doing it?
What do you mean?
Understand all of that.
Enlightenment.
It has to be an end game.
Enlightenment. Reconnection with source.
So we mustn't read far enough down. Yes, we did, about them being illuminated. You're not going to be illuminated any other way but through the Creator.
Right. Just because you found
you have to do what He told you to do.
But do you know that there are spiritual laws of the universe that literally are almost identical to the same ones in the book?
Do you know the sun under laws too? And the stars under laws too? And the moon under laws? Everything under laws. The trees got laws.
All of that is God.
Exactly. I know this.
So we saying the same
So
thing?
we're saying the same thing.
No.
You acting like
I
you
have
just
to be
told us
righteous.
something.
We have to-
Y'all skipping over the point. The laws that y'all are under are the laws of God. Are y'all gonna do them?
We working.
We never
we
said
work
we was
towards it
against
every day.
God. We just
I
said
didn't
we
say
found
you
God
was
in a
against
different
it.
way than
All right,
you.
we're here. You did not. You did not.
Hold on.
You said you found God a different. If that's the case, you wouldn't be standing right here right now.
What you talking about? I literally came over here because I know what I talk
God
about
made
and I
you
heard
come
what
over
you were talking about.
God
And I
made
wanted to
you
hear.
Don't get mad at them.
That's why you just ran into the pole. Read that out.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God.
Read.
And keep His commandments.
Read on.
For this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment.
What about that part? What about judgment?
The law of karma. The law of attraction.
gonna get
That's
judged.
all about what you
You're gonna
do.
get
You will get
judged.
back.
Read on. Read on.
With every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Now, is God gonna give us judgment after we die?
I feel like
Your
He gives
soul-
us judgment in our living life.
He do.
We're creating our
He
heaven
do.
and hell right now with every thought,
He
every
do.
word, every emotion.
You're correct. You're correct.
So-
now, after you die, are you gonna get judged?
No, we have to come back and do it again if you did it wrong.
Read, give me revelations, Doc. You gonna get judged. You
I
don't
mean,
get
it's
judged.
your karma. It must be your own personal
So what
karma.
happens after you die?
We finna give it to you.
Yeah.
We finna give it to you.
You go to, so you like it's a heaven and hell. It's a real heaven and hell. You can either burn,
could- yeah.
burn for
Hell
eternity.
already.
So
But we in heaven too.
But see,
So-
you're not in heaven, sis. If
We
I
are
just-
create- we
if
can
you
choose
were
where
in
we
heaven,
are.
You will be ruling
yeah,
the
we're
world.
we're
I'm
not,
ruling
yeah,
my world,
we're,
though.
No,
So,
you're not.
yeah.
We're not. Okay,
You
we understand
can't
that.
go- if Oprah
that's
couldn't
the
go,
goal.
if she went to Britain and tried to go in the damn store and she a billionaire and they treated her like she was a nigga, we is not ruling the world.
But it's your
Right, that's
choice
what
if
we
you choose to
understand
let the
that. You gotta
outside
be on
world
that-
affect
yeah,
you.
we
You have to
Actually,
raise your
what
frequency.
heaven was,
We understand
we
that.
pulled it from Christ himself. Heaven is going to be right here on earth. The people that's in heaven right now is the so-called white man. We're in hell right now. That's why. No, that's the truth.
I don't claim that for myself.
But tell me this, if you don't claim it, but tell me why.
I've been in hell.
Now tell me this. How come they can kill us in the middle of the street and get found not guilty then?
We can do the same.
That has everything to do with it because they're ruling the world.
Okay, so can I say what I'm going to say? Can I say how I interpret this? Because what you're talking
No
about.
private interpretation. Go ahead.
Okay, or how I understand this, whatever. But basically, every single thought, our thoughts hold frequencies. They can be measured, they can be calculated. Anything that can be measured or calculated affects our physical world. Therefore, I don't know what verse it is, he's the verse dude. But basically, your thoughts create the world and create the things that you're attracting. Literally, manifestation, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. That's
why you can have heaven on the earth.
That's how you get heaven on earth.
That's why you have hell on
monitoring
earth.
your thoughts, monitoring
like
your emotions,
perception.
learning your ego mind versus your soul.
So you want heaven in this Babylon. You want heaven in the place where homosexuals ruling the world.
To be in hell if I have a choice to be happy.
Sister, whether you like it or not, you in hell.
I've been in hell.
You don't understand that concept. You asked me the concept. Let's hear the verse. Read.
All
right, if we ain't in hell, then why we get taken into slavery then?
That's because they were in hell. This is the Great Awakening.
They not you.
This is the Great Awakening.
They not you.
This is the Great
Why was
Awakening.
there a need
I'm
for
an
a great
individual.
awakening?
Because we were all
we can
slaves.
remember who we are.
We disrespected
We
the Most
were
High.
slaves.
Why did we go into slavery?
Not even slavery.
Why did we go into slavery, brother?
Like we got
Deuteronomy 28 and 15, man. We gonna read this. Read that. Give me
This is the book
Deuteronomy.
of Revelations, chapter 20, and verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, standing before God, and the books were opened.
What books? What books were open?
what, the Old Testament.
The Bible, man.
Yeah, the Bible.
Read.
And another book was opened.
What was the other book that was open? Read.
Which is the book of life.
Now, what? Hold up. It said in the books were open. We read in Baruch. What is this Bible called? It's called the Book of the Commandments. It's the Book of the Commandments. That's the book that was open first. The books that were open first. Next was the book of what?
The book of life.
Which is the book of life.
So, read on.
And the dead were judged out of those things.
It ain't say the living was judged. It said the dead were judged. And you gonna die. And it's a reason for that. Because Eve listened to the serpent. That's why we die. Read on.
Which were written in the books according to their works. And
according to what?
According to their works.
Your works is the things that you do
So
here.
what happens after you die?
Hold up. That's what we reading.
Okay.
Read.
And death and hell delivered up the dead which were in him.
Death and hell delivered up the dead that was in it.
And they were judged every man of
Death and hell delivered those that was in it.
Okay.
We in hell.
Okay.
Read on.
and they were judged every man according to their works.
According to what?
According to their works.
No, according to comma.
According to their works.
The things that you did on this earth, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Read.
And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire.
Uh-huh.
This is the second death.
Now hold right there. When you go to court and be judged, what they judging you on, brother?
Whether you're guilty or
Guilty of what?
the crime you committed or
What the laws, right?
Yeah,
If
the
you broke
law.
the law.
yeah.
What the hell you gonna go in front of the Lord and be judged for? If you broke the law.
But then we all break the law.
But you got a chance for redemption, brother.
Right.
That's why you
Yeah,
under
that's
grace.
why we here.
So you don't sin. Come in front of the prophets and learn that you got to keep the law and then go back and continue sinning. Because, man, I need more Bibles, man. Isaiah 30 and 20. This is what this is for. This is why we are out here. We ain't lunatics. We ain't crazy. We the ones that got the sense. But I'm saying, we the ones that got the sense. Just because everybody don't want to hear it, don't mean we the ones crazy. They the ones crazy. They the ones listening to Satan. Know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to tell the people. It's real simple. It's not hard at all. Like putting fringes on our clothes. It's our custom, our culture, our heritage. Actually, that's what the law is. Our heritage, the way we need to treat one another, the things we need to eat, how we need to dress, our high holy days. So Christmas, Easter, all that garbage, that's paganism. That belongs to the Romans. But we got new moons, Feast of Tabernacle, Passover. We got our own stuff. And that's all it is. It's not even hard. It's like, oh, this is what we was doing before they brought us over here in slavery. And because we wasn't doing this is why we went into slavery. Well, let me get back to doing what's profitable for me.
That's why we went into slavery, because we weren't following
yes,
the
sir.
law.
Give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
Damn.
Finish.
And whosoever was not found
20.
written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.
So did we trying to get written in the book of life? Because I know, I'm going to speak for myself. Whether I believe the Bible or not, I know when I was doing street stuff that I wasn't doing right stuff. I knew that. Yeah. But I was doing it anyway because the culture, I ain't even going to blame the culture. I'm going to blame myself. I'm listening to the stuff, I'm seeing the stuff, and I chose to do it too. You know what I'm saying? So that's my choice. So when I found out that the Bible was a Israelite book and I was an Israelite, then I started reading about our forefathers. This makes sense. This is why we off. Because we're not doing what our heritage said to do. Read that out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Give me 68. So if we didn't do what he told us, but the best part is, we didn't read verse 1. If we did what he told us to do, that we'll be above all nations on the face of the earth. That we'll get the blessings that he written down from 1 to 14, which is a lot. We're going to be overflowing with blessings. And that's why I say we're not in heaven, because the blessings that the blessings that we supposed to be having, we're not getting those because we're not doing the things that we're supposed to do. So we're getting the curses. I'm not saying that you're not blessed, and I'm not saying that everybody's going to be in a dire situation, but it's our people, because all the Israelites didn't go into slavery. All of them wasn't poor. But when you look at our nation as a whole, the case is we are poor. The case is we are getting punished as a whole. You know what I'm saying? As a whole nation. And that's how you got to look at it. And we can look at our individual situation. Yeah, I'm blessed. But as a whole, when I walk down these streets and I see my people on drugs, and I see my people homeless, and I go to South Dallas, I see how my people are, and I go to Oak Cliff, and I go to Detroit, and we go to Atlanta, and we go to California, and all these different places, and you see your people as a whole, that's how we should look at it. Look at the borders on how they doing the Hispanics, which is our brothers and sisters. They throwing children in cages, you know what I'm saying? So I don't just look at my situation, I look at my whole nation's situation. And as a whole, we don't have a military for ourselves, we don't have a homeland, we don't have a financial system for ourselves, and we don't work together. We don't have any unity. So that's why they're able to pick us off as sheep, because we're not together as a flock. So that's why I say, as a whole,
if we all come together, then we can all create our own heaven. So I individually am creating my heaven, and I'm showing my people the way.
But the way is this. Read this. Hold that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 20.
Read.
And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed unto a corner anymore.
Sis, we are the teachers of this Bible. We the real prophets again here. We ain't removed in any corners anymore. We out here on the blocks, on the streets, in the hoods to save our people spiritually. Read.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way.
This is what we trying to tell our people. This is the way. Why you think that they tried to mumble jumble up the Bible and have our people thinking the white man wrote the Bible? Because they didn't want our people to really believe in the Bible. But the fact of the matter is, he ain't did a damn thing. He can't touch this Bible because it's already ordained by the Most High God for the children of Israel to use our book to wake back up. Read on.
Walk ye in it.
This is the way that we need to walk, because if we walk in this way, we're commanded to love one another. We commanded to work things out. We're commanded to gather ourselves together. See, we supposed to do unity, but our people don't know how to do it. this is our instructions on how to do it. That's basically what it is. All right, you want unity? I want unity, right? How do we go about doing it? This is our book, and he tell us how to go about doing it. Read on.
When ye turn to the right.
Oh, right there. Matter of fact, and I can make the point even better. Every leader that we had, right, from Martin Luther King, what they do to him? Kill him. Malcolm X, what they do to him? Medgar Evers, they sent them away. And the Black Panthers killed them, put them in prison, right? Because the only way we can get saved out of this situation is through Christ. You know why? They already killed him. He's the king gonna come back. They can't kill the leader no more. That's why they can't stop us. They was able to stop all them other movements because you take the head off the leader, you kill the body. Well, they already killed the leader 2,000 years ago.
All right, so tell me this, because I remember somebody saying something like Hitler was trying to, I forgot what he was trying to, he said something about America was doing something to God's
Jews.
What was up? Yeah, the Jews. Yeah, something about the Jews.
Hitler said that the fake Jews was doing a swastika religion, which means a black religion. He was doing our religion. We know who those people are. Those are Khazars. Their biblical name is Amalek. See, this is the thing. We know who all the people are on this earth now. These names that they got out, the Chinese is the Moab. Esau is the Edomites. When you know who the players are, you know what's really going on. So Hitler knew that the fake Jews was doing a black religion. And he said that America gonna have to pay because he got God's Jews. Which they do, that's why they won't let us go.
But I'm saying though, but he got the Jews, I mean, they got the Jews because we were doing wrong though, right? Like the slave, that's why slavery was
Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Because you said that.
You're right, you're right.
But why he let that, I mean, I don't know, why he let that happen and like now he coming back for it, like, you feel me? Like that was, I mean, not pointless. I know he probably did it.
Give me Romans 9. I got you.
That's like a.
That's a good question.
That's
I got you.
A waste of time. Not a waste of time. I know he do it for a reason, but.
Because he whooping our asses.
It's so dark, I can't even see the letters on there no more.
They went overboard.
Oh, the American.
The white man.
Yeah.
They went overboard. You can take somebody into slavery. Hell, they done took people, they done took other Europeans into slavery, what they call them, indentured servants.
Yeah.
But they put us in chattel slavery. They buck broke our forefathers. They raped our mothers and our grandmothers. They made them have sex with each other. That's where the word motherfucker come from. Because they put a hood over the brother's head and sent them in there to have sex with his mother. They had sex with the people. They murdered us, man. They lynching us. They putting drugs in the community. This is overkill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They took it way too far. You can take somebody into slavery and have them as indentured servants or what have you, but the things that the white man has done is over the top. You know what I'm saying? And when you know who the white man is, you know that the Lord said they the border of wickedness. And you know that when Alexander the Greek died and he gave over the kingdom to his 4 generals, that wickedness increased in the earth because of them. Read this. Go Romans 9 and right here. No, read right here. Watch this, because you know somebody asked the similar question to God about this. Read this.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
So God said, I have mercy on whom I have mercy. Read.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then, is it not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy?
Read on.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
He said, I raised Pharaoh up, just like he raising America up. So what's the purpose of raising him up? So he can show his power. Read on, just like he did with Egypt. He raised Egypt up, just so he can bring the Israelites out and bring Egypt down. That Egypt at that time does not exist anymore. Now it's Arabs, Turkish Arabs in Egypt running Egypt. Read on.
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Read.
Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
Read on.
And whom he will hardeneth.
Read.
Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault?
So, because he let the white man take us into slavery, and he gonna murder the white man, he said, why you asking me this question? You finding fault with the Most High? Read on.
Thou wilt say unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?
The white man can't resist God's will. If he want the white man to come take us, he gonna make him take us. And then afterwards, if he want to dispose of him, he's gonna dispose of him. Read on.
Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Who are you to reply against God, brother? Read.
Yeah, I know you ain't supposed to ask why.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, while hast thou made me?
Can a thing that's been formed ask him that formed him, why hast thou made me thus? Read.
Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor?
One vessel unto honor, this same lump, he said, take that off, I'm gonna make this vessel unto honor, read on.
And another unto dishonor?
I'm gonna take this off this same lump, and I'm gonna make this vessel unto dishonor. Read.
What if God willing to show his wrath?
What did he do? What if he was willing to what?
What if God willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with such long suffering, the vessel of wrath fitted to destruction?
What he's gonna do after he let him do what he do, he's gonna put his wrath on him to show the whole world his power, just like he did for Egypt. So he just setting this thing up. I'm gonna raise them up so I can bring the Israelites out again, so I can destroy them to show my power. Then the whole world will remember the Most High God. Because this world don't remember the Most High God. They done forgot about Egypt. You think the whole world didn't know about Egypt when the Israelites got taken out? The whole world knew, but they done forgot again. That's like saying, why did the Lord make the Israelites if he knew that they were gonna break the commandments? Know what I'm saying? This is what he chose to do. All we need to do is be grateful that he made us. And he gave us a chance to even be able to do anything. Whether it even if it be wickedness or whether it be good, you just need to be thankful that we got life. And I bet you the white man thankful he got life, whether he killing us or not. He over here happy than the mud. Look at him, walking up and down. How you doing, Chuck? Yeah, I'm all right. Know what I'm saying?
So the law, so just the commandments, right?
It's the commandments, but it's also the high holy days.
How you find all that?
It's throughout the Bible. It's starting with Leviticus minus the sacrificial laws. That's for the priests. We don't have priests anymore. Those were the Haitians. You see what's happening to them. Now ask me this. The Haitians just got hit by an earthquake, right? They over there at one of the poorest countries on the planet, right? Getting they ass towed up out the frame, right? You wanna know what that's for? They were the priests of the Most High. And what do Haitians like to do? You had said it earlier.
Black magic?
Black magic. Now,
I don't feel like black magic is really black magic though. Well, I'm not gonna say that because voodoo, I was just telling him on our way here that stuff is also misguided. But what I do is not that. It's working with the elements and what God gave us.
The Haitians were the priests of the Most High. Moses was a priest, but he was the king of the Israelites at the time. Aaron was a priest, right? When he sent Moses in there to the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh's wizards did the thing with their sticks and turned them into serpents. Moses and Aaron did the same thing, but through the power of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They had that power. Moses had the power to strike a rock and make water come out of it. That rock still exists today. That rock is sitting right there with that crack in it. And the traces of the water coming out of it in Saudi Arabia, but they got it surrounded and won't let nobody go see it. That's the power of the Most High. What they decided to do over in the west coast of Africa, because voodoo come from the Haitians.
So where did they get that? Like where did they get, what principle was the Pharaohs going off like to get the magic? Like, you know, like where they, like wouldn't it have to be from God? Like didn't they?
No, that was from God. You know Satan got dominion over this earth, right?
Yeah.
But
so God is balanced.
Right.
God balance. So if it's good,
like good
and
power
it's
and
evil,
bad power.
if it's light, it's dark. Anything that's got one side, it's another side too. So it keeps everything balanced. So it don't matter what it is, it's gonna be a good side and a bad side to it. Know what I'm saying? So that's wherever they got that knowledge from. I don't want to know. Because I seen some crazy stuff coming from the Dominican Republic and from Haiti by them people doing that stuff, and I'm not opening the door to none of that right there. You open that door right there, that Pandora's box, woo! I seen them people. I'm looking, I'm getting chill bumps. I'm like, let me turn this off. Because I don't know what they getting out of it personally, to the point where they can cut themselves and not bleed and stuff like that. Have you seen that stuff before? They able to stick swords through their stuff and not bleed. But what good is that doing them? They over there getting their butt towed up. And the Most High tearing their butt up. Because they was the priests of the Most High, but they went against them. And that's in the Bible. That's what it's talking about in Malachi.
They did their own thing. That's why.
So sis, I'm not against you now.
I'm not against you either.
I'm glad.
I want people to see, I preach oneness because I don't preach out of the Bible anymore, or I really never did, but I do read all the Bibles and all the religions, and I bring people together.
You need to get your book. Forget them other religions. It's your book, sis.
But I don't need a book to
You
find
really
God.
do. You really do.
Man, you might as well listen.
You really do.
Both of y'all just said
hold on.
the oneness.
That's
The
the
oneness,
message.
it was destroyed. It caused the people to get destroyed. When they went off on their own, you're going into oneness, sis.
He's 100% correct.
Yourself.
That's how we end up getting picked off like we
But
did.
I feel like us needing people to identify and use the same terms and words as us is part of the separation. Us being able to accept my brother, you have different views, different perspectives.
We wasn't made for that.
But that's what oneness is. You can't have oneness and not have oneness.
The Israelites were made to be the servants. Give me one more scripture, Isaiah 45:4. See, this is the point that I should have brought up early. We wasn't made to do our own thing.
We was made to serve each other.
No, we was made to serve the Lord.
But you just read that we're supposed to serve our brothers, our neighbors.
But the first and greatest commandment is to love God.
Right.
And to love God is to keep His commandments.
God is also within us.
He's not within you if you're not keeping His commandments. How can a God be in you if you over here doing wickedness? And I'm not saying you per se, but if somebody is doing, they're Israelite, right? But they're over here doing wickedness. God ain't in them because God don't condone
He's
that.
always there. You just have to find the light.
God has not given any man a license to sin, sis. He's only dealing.
That doesn't mean
all right, tell me this. You think so? But all right, if you got a kingdom, right? And you got servants, is it gonna benefit you to have a servant in your kingdom that want to do their own thing?
Yeah, when you get free will.
He didn't give you free will.
That's not in
Matter of
there
fact, give me Deuteronomy chapter 4.
Yes.
Because I just gave you the whole duty of man. That's to fear God and keep His commandments. That's not a choice.
But I don't believe in the fear God part.
You know, because you don't understand the fear of God. You don't understand the fear of God. He didn't say you should fear Him though, because He's the one. He's the one that can. So God can't kill you.
That's not what I said. But I also have the power to kill me.
Sis,
Like,
sis, you're not running nothing. That's what. No, because I've heard it all before. I'm trying to help you, brother. We're not running nothing. All this I and
my
me,
actions will determine what happens to me. That means I am in charge.
So you got two choices: to do what He said to do, or don't do what He said to do. Read that. Read it. Read it.
Is this 2? 4 and 2?
No, 4 and drop down.
She said you got
drop down right here.
Love in your heart.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and
no. Give me 30. Give me 30 and 19. Salak.
30 and 19.
30 and 19. Salak.
Got you on that too.
Right there. Right at 15. Is that what I want?
This is the book of
right here.
Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil.
This is your two choices: life and good, and death and evil. Read on.
In that I command thee.
He do what?
I command thee.
He's commanding us, not asking us.
This day to love the Lord thy God.
How do we love God? We probably ain't read that scripture, but it's to keep his commandments. That's how you show him. You got it?
Yeah.
You got love? Read that.
Yeah. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3.
Read.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
We got to keep his commandments. So he commands us to love him. Read.
To walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply, and the Lord thy God shall bless thee.
Shall do what?
Shall bless thee.
Read on.
In the land whether thou goest to possess it.
Read on.
But if thine heart turn away.
If thy heart do what?
Turn away.
From these commandments. Read.
So that thou wilt not hear them, but shall be drawn away.
If you drawn away from doing what he made us to do, read.
And worship other gods. And serve them. I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish.
Read on.
And that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land.
He tell you, I will kill you off this land, which happened to us. We didn't choose to leave Israel. We got driven out of Israel for our indiscretion. Read.
Whether thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you that I have set before you.